How can you visualize more effectively? How can you visualize in a way that's going to bring you more success and allow you to look at yourself in a better, more positive light? If you have struggled with how you see yourself mentally, or if you're looking for more clarity on how to achieve your goals, this is the perfect video for you. We're going to cover 4 elements to effective visualization as told by Brian Tracy in this powerful book, Maximum Achievement. I broke this down for you and we're going to cover it now. So the first key to effective visualization, or the first element, as Brian Tracy calls it, is frequency. How often are you thinking about your desired goals? Brian Tracy writes here, people who accomplish extraordinary things visualize their desired results continuously. Think about the last time you wanted something and you got it. How often did you think about that thing? I know there have been goals that I've had, and I would think about it so much that I would start drawing like the logos of the things that I wanted, and I would claim it as mine. So one way to step up your visualization technique is to think about what you want continuously. On the flip side of that, don't think about what you don't want. This whole practice is about visualizing what you want. And I'm going to give you a personal key. You want to think about what you want all the time, because more than likely you're going to achieve or become that thing. Being in sales, we have goals month in, month out. So there's a constant thinking of what the outcome will be and what it's going to take to get there. Like there's a process. So typically anything you want, there's a process that's attached. If you have trouble finding what you want or seeing what you want in your head, think about the steps that it will take to get there. Sometimes it's just making a decision. So think about yourself making that decision all the time until you finally make it. The fourth key to effective visualization is vividness. How clear are your goals in your mind? Can you see them? Again, this is one of those things that it's difficult to jump right into seeing yourself in a specific setting or in a specific positive outcome if it's not something that you're used to doing. So don't be alarmed if you're trying to see yourself doing a certain thing, but you're just having a tough time. It is something that you have to build up to. One thing Brian Tracy mentions in his book, it says successful people are very clear about what they want. And of course, this refers to the clarity of their mental pictures, what they're seeing in their mind. Unsuccessful people are unsure of what they want to be and do. Their fuzzy mental pictures are too vague to motivate them. So think about that. You want to not necessarily jump right into something from a visual perspective if you can't see it. But again, baby steps, one bite at a time. What's one small thing that you can see in your mind? And usually it just starts with making that decision. So if you're in a space where you're trying to overcome or achieve, start with, the vividness of that outcome, because what you see is going to really help you. So I was working with this job and we'd have all these numbers on the board, and I would go up to the board every morning and I would visualize, I could see it clearly, the numbers that I would put on the board. And oftentimes it happened, but that's because I was able to see it very clearly over time. So a task may be daunting initially, but you have the power to fix that daunting task in your head, because that's where it starts. I read something once that said a man crosses a river twice. The first time he crosses the river is in his mind, and then the second time is physically. And I'm probably way off with that quote, but that's what I remember. So I'm just giving you something I remember. All right, now the third element to effective visualization that will bring you a lot of success is intensity. I want to riff on this one for a little bit. Intensity in this instance is enthusiasm. A lot of successful people that I know, the most successful people I've met and known, are very enthusiastic. There is a joy that is in their life, and you could tell, and it transfers through just random conversations, almost as if they're going to cry with joy. That's the type of enthusiasm you want to bring to your visualization techniques. The most effective prayers, you're almost brought to tears because the belief is so strong, the enthusiasm is so high. So that's what he means by intensity here: emotion and enthusiasm. And I just wrote down in my notes, enthusiasm is is key. People who are not successful, they're unmotivated and they drag about. It's tough for them to see themselves in this position of success, so there's no enthusiasm. And I'm sure you've met people that are like that, and they may be happy, but they're just not enthusiastic about anything. So they kind of stay stuck in this particular place. So if you feel stuck, try to bring about some enthusiasm into your life. And it really starts with thinking about what you want, and then having that frequency of thinking about it all the time, and then really getting clear on making the decision. It all starts with the decision, the power of the decision. So intensity is key here when it comes to being effective with your visualization techniques. When it comes to being effective in visualization, or when you're trying to visualize your goals, really bring a lot of enthusiasm and intensity of enthusiasm to that practice. Before we move on to the fourth key of effective visualization that will bring you success, if you're finding any value in this video, I'm going to ask you to like, share, subscribe, share with your people. The Art of Being Freed, new episodes dropping every Friday. This is your number one source for good energy, hands down. We are building positive mindsets every single day here at the Art of Being Freed. So the fourth key to having effective visualization is duration. The duration of your visualization. How long are you holding that visual in your mind? You know about frequency, you know about vividness, you know about intensity. Now, how long are you able to hold that mental picture? And I remember watching this video a while back of this lady who said that if you could hold that mental picture for 19 seconds or longer frequently, you're more likely to achieve your desired outcome. So Brian Tracy talks about something I love in this book that I've done multiple times, multiple years. That is to implement a vision board into your goal planning sessions. Now, vision boards are basically, writing down your goals and maybe taking your top 3 to 5 goals and getting pictures of those things, or writing out whatever that goal is and putting it on a poster, and then, hanging that vision board up where you can see it. That's going to help you with your duration, with keeping that mental picture strong if you have a vision board up. I could tell you right now, if I pulled out a bunch of vision boards, I could show you, I've gotten just about everything on my vision board. I remember I put a puppy on my vision board a while back, and I'd wanted one for a while, and I ended up getting one. And I remember when I put the puppy on there, I was just like, I'm putting it on there, but I don't know, but I really would like one, and I actually got one that year. So, we still have him, Blue. He's awesome. If you probably don't know this, but every video has a dog in it. So I'm just putting that out there. Every one of these videos has a dog because I love dogs. So really work on, your vision board. It's really going to help you to see what you want. If you're someone that has a problem or has trouble holding on to specific outcomes in your mind, because it is a practice that you have to work on all the time, a vision board, that'll do half the work for you, because you're going to see your outcomes, and then you just want to take the right actions towards, getting it. But right now we're just talking about visualization and the duration, how long you're holding that visual. It's going to work for you. It's going to take you a long way, especially with the vision board. If there's anything you get out of this video, I'm going to encourage you to implement a vision board. And if you have friends, you could set up a vision board party with your close friends where you all get together and put together your goals on a vision board. Maximum Achievement, one of my favorite books. It's second to Think and Grow Rich. It may be a little easier to read than Think and Grow Rich. It's still kind of difficult. You got to go through it a couple times. It's very in-depth, but visualization has very much helped me. I remember I used to be at the bus stop looking at cars that would go by. In 1999 specifically, I was at the bus stop. It was super hot, and at the time I wanted a Dodge. Any Dodge, Stratus, Durango, whatever. I just like Dodge cars, and I wasn't driving. I couldn't even drive at the time, but I would always say I'm gonna get a Dodge, and I ended up getting a really nice Dodge later on in life. But I would visualize. I remember visualizing I'll take any car right now, even if it's a Scooby-Doo van, sitting at the bus stop in 120-degree heat. So that's when your visuals are forced to kick in, when things are tough. So I'm going to ask you to practice visualization now. Start seeing what you want now and look back at these keys that I'm going to throw up on the screen. Frequency, how often are you thinking about your goals? Vividness, how clear are you on your goals? Intensity, bring some enthusiasm, bring some emotion to your goals. Don't be, casual with it, right? Like really be aggressive with the vividness in your mind of what it is. Feel it, right? And then duration, like how long are you holding on to that goal in your mind? The vision board is a big deal. I can't stress enough how important a vision board is. In fact, I'm gonna go back and redo mine because a lot has changed. Doing a podcast was definitely on my vision board, and here we are. And I remember when I wrote it down, I had no idea how I was gonna start, but usually it comes down to that decision. Once you make the decision, everything else will fall in place. But these 4 keys will help you as you put your goals together to really see those goals, and it's more likely it'll happen. I'm letting you know I come from meager beginnings, and it's been a bumpy journey along the way, but I'm usually able to overcome because I'm thinking my way out of it. I see the end result. So I'm gonna really encourage you to push towards your goals. If you like this video, subscribe, share with your people, share with your folks. New episodes every Friday. We're posting on Instagram at Freed Podcast every day. We're also doing YouTube shorts just about every day. I take one day on the weekend off. And then if you want to see some art, like the art that I've got behind me and this art here, which I showed before, you could follow us at Call Center TV on Instagram. We got some really cool art coming out. I've been drawing a lot lately and I've been loving it. So I hope to share more with you in the future. If you want to learn how to be persistent towards your goals, watch this video here. Really good video on the art of persistence. And then if you just want some daily doses of motivation and good energy, you could check this video, or you could check out this playlist right here. Did I point to the same place? No, I don't think I pointed to the same. I'm looking at the camera, but I can't see the screen. So anyway, this is Freed with the Art of Being Freed. I wish you the best this week. Till next Friday. Peace.